So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our long journey and series of planets through D-9 chart in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, let's try to understand Jupiter placement in the 6th house of your D-9 chart and what are going to be the results, whether positive, negative, that are particularly associated with this placement. Let's try to understand in this video. Now, before actually diving into the results that are associated with Jupiter in the 6th house, you need to have some basic understanding of the 6th house. Now, the 6th house of the D-9 chart is the most important house in Vedic astrology when it comes to understanding the spiritual aspect of your life. Even if you want to understand the spiritual progression into your life, not only after marriage but after any sort of relationships, it doesn't matter it's a 6 month, 1 year, 3 year or a 10-year long relationship. Duration doesn't matter up there, but the kind of impact any relationship is going to lead you, so that impacts are actually seen through the 6th house. This is also the house which shows the spiritual compatibility between both male and the female, actually, like how after you being getting married you will be able to understand each other spiritually, or if you want to study whether your partner have the capacity to contribute something spiritually into your life or not, that part is also studied from the 6th house. This is also the house which help us to understand the disease aspect, health aspect. Now, these are not the disease which are actually present inside you, that is also present inside the spouse and life partner, and that he or she is actually going to inherit it after being getting married, because 6th house also represents the karmic bondage, bandhan between the two people. You are suffering because of one person into your life. So if you want to see why that sufferings are coming, or why that kind of a life partner I have attracted in my life, or why that bondage is in my life, the planets in the 6th house will eventually help you to find the answers of these complicated questions. Even you also need to study the placements of Atam Karka and Amatya Karka, whether they are forming some sort of connection with the 6th house or not, because then this is going to create a karmic marriage. Because the planets in the 6th and the 12th, suppose there are cluster of planets up there, 3 planets are in the 6th house and maybe 4 or 2 planets are in the 12th house. If the more planets are going in the 6th and the 12th axis, it actually shows there is going to be a strong karmic connectivity which is going to be present between you and the opposite person. This house also represents any sort of foreign travel, foreign settlement, or if you want to understand, like in my entire life span of maybe 80-90 years, if you want to see like, okay, whether I'm going to stay permanently in one place or I'm going to do lot of relocation, so that answers are also decoded from the 6th house. Now, when the benefics like Jupiter, they specifically went into the 6th house, it's going to be not a easy placement for the Jupiter also, because what is happening, the heaviness of the financial freedom is going to be over the 6th house. This is going to put forth a lot of burden into your life, and benefics, they have the capacity to incline you more and more into the spiritual side of the life. If, for example, the strength and dignity of Jupiter is very powerful, then I will tell you whatever the lessons or the teachings that you are going to take after the failures of any sort of relationships into your life, that have the capacity to positively impact you. Because here Guru is also not only a teacher or as a preacher, Guru is also a learner. So any sort of learning and teachings that are actually coming from the failures of the relationship, that is also going to become the valuable part of these people's life. And that is where the actual journey of these people start. That is the journey of the spiritual progression. Because in the much later stages of their life, these individuals, after looking or paying a lot of debt, karmic debt into the 6th house, they have the capacity to slowly gravitate towards the field of spirituality as well. This Jupiter also have the capacity to contribute a lot of things into the field of healing industry, because Jupiter is not only here for attainment of something. If Jupiter is in the 6th house, so this is going to give you something. It's not attaining, it's giving actually. So that giving essence is going to be present inside this graha. here Brihaspati or the Jupiter have the capacity to actually act as a very good guide, as a teacher, as a motivational person towards other person. Because here the experiences or the knowledge is not limited to Jupiter itself. If the Jupiter is suppose gaining certain failures, maybe in the job life, in the financial mistakes or any mistakes, and Jupiter is then going to take it as a knowledge. Okay, I did this thing. Okay, I need to look after these kind of things in my life. So here Jupiter have the capacity to combine that things and then start preaching and teaching other people. Like these are that mistakes that you need to avoid into your life. Otherwise, this is going to happen. And that is where the natural essence of preaching, communication or teaching other people is going to be strongly connected with this Brihaspati Graha. This Jupiter is also going to behave like a very saint kind of a personality. When I say saint, actually, it's not the original saint, but saint in the sense where the selfless acts are going to be way more higher, because the universe is going to ask for more and more energy. Benefics tend to exert a lot of energy into the 6th house, because here the contribution, the other planets are actually going to demand the contribution. I don't know whether you understand house to house connectivity in Vedic astrology, in which every house of Vedic astrology is connected with the other house. So all the other houses, they are going to put a lot of pressure into the 6th house. And that is where Jupiter, over the passage of time, have the capacity to give away, throw away things. Okay, take it. So that is going to make them a very wise individual. It doesn't matter whether you are a male or a female. These are going to be the wisest individuals. Although challenges are going to be there, I'm not saying it's an easy placement to hold on. Malefics on the other hand, like Saturn and Mars, so they have that capacity to easily hand over that placement. The benefics tend to get bent, its energy tend to get bent or mold into the 6th house, because here the impressions or the tug of war is going to be happening up there. Whether I'm a materialistic person or I'm a spiritual person, whether I need to choose materialism, whether I need to choose spirituality, or I need to consider financial security into my life or give away that kind of a thing. So that is the essence of Jupiter. Jupiter tend to get into that kind of a things, because 6th house is actual demanding, is actually the security. So that sense of security must need to be present up there. But on the other hand, Jupiter is giving away security in the form. Like here the outward energy is very high, intake is very less. Now many people might going to call it as a negative thing, but I will tell you this is a positive thing. If the intake is going to become very high inside you and you're not giving even the small thing, this will create congestion inside you. You feel internal suffocation. And that is where Jupiter have that realization, okay, if I'm taking everything in my life, whether it's bad, good experiences, everything, so this is going to create congestion. And that is where Jupiter tend to give away things very easily. Because Jupiter have that understanding. If I'm not giving that thing away, this is going to create congestion inside me. Then the internal suffocation will come. So it's very important for you to give away most of the things. Also, if for example Jupiter is in the dual zodiac signs, or if it is in conjunction with specifically Mercury or more benefics up there, then it becomes very difficult for you to even decide a place where you are actually going to stay in your life. Here the deciding place is also getting decided by your spouse or life partner. After you getting married, your partner is going to decide where both of you are going to stay into your life. You are not deciding actually. And that is where with this Jupiter, if you are having some sort of a profession in the 21st century, it's much better for you to try to take most of your work online. And this is a practical advice, because this will eventually help you to gain more flexibility and more adaptability over the passage of time. Then you are having your laptop, your internet connection with you, you have the capacity to work from anywhere all across the globe. This Jupiter is also going to have a strong influence not only into the 6th house, but the planets into the 12th house and the 6th house, they are also connected. And the exchange of energy is going to be present up there. Now on the other hand, suppose there are malefics in the 12th, then this is going to create an imbalance of energy in the chart. Because if you make 7th house of the Navamsha chart the ascendant, then 6th house is going to become the 12th house of your spouse and life partner. So it's not actually your spiritual aspect, it's also the combined spiritual aspect of your spouse and life partner. So the transformations into your life is not happening because of you or your planetary alignments, That is happening because of your planetary or your partner's planetary influence into your life. And that is where at the time of horoscope matchmaking, also compatibility analysis, we need to analyze the 6th and the 12th axis of both male and female chart. If the one axis is having malefic and second is having benefics, then this is going to create a balance. But if both of you individuals are having a malefics up there, it becomes very, very difficult for you to find that kind of a balance up there. So it's very important for you to judge or check this placement from the compatibility standpoint of view. Even if you want to decode the karmic connectivity of this Jupiter, like what kind of a bondages or what karmic bandhans that are associated with this graha, now you need to look into the D1 chart. Look where the sign of Sagittarius and where the sign of Pisces are posited. If the sign of Sagittarius may be posited in the 7th or maybe Pisces in the 10th house, so 7th house is marriage and 10th house is career. So that bandhan or connectivity is associated first of all with marriage and then with your career. Because bandhan of any kind is going to be seen up there. Even if the Rahu and Ketu axis, they are influencing this Jupiter, it shows more deeper bandhans or more bondages are going to be there. If you want to understand, I made one video of the planetary conjunctions with Rahu and Ketu axis. You can watch it in the Navamsha playlist. This video eventually help you to find more insights over this placement of Jupiter into the 6th house. But I hope you have gained some snapshots of this Jupiter into the 6th house. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your Jupiter placement, you can feel free to contact me at my email ID. Any other marriage, career, spiritual, business consultation, do let me know. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So till then, feel free to subscribe my channel below. Make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. You can send me super thanks also, even if you find a small insights with this Jupiter placement, because any contribution from your side is going to give me the more motivation to make more such wonderful YouTube videos. And thank you so much for engaging with my content, and I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. Till then, bye bye and Hare Krishna.